If you're an introvert or have social anxiety, please listen. I enjoy my time alone. I've been told I'm chill or quiet, and I feel pretty exhausted after spending time with people. I would say I have mild social anxiety. I tend to avoid social interactions. I get a little sweaty and almost always feel self conscious when I'm in a social gathering. These feelings feel natural for me. I have always been this way for decades. They are a result of growing up on this planet and the experiences I have had. And they are things I need to work on to be a disciple for Jesus. Here's why. In Matthew 10, Jesus sends out the 12. These verses are about instruction, warning, encouragement, and faith. In Matthew 10:34, Jesus says, "Do not suppose that I came to bring peace to the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword." Meaning, when you have Jesus in your life, you are going to have opposition from your family, from your friends, and from strangers. Verse 36 says, "A man's enemies will be members of his own household." This is a quote from Micah 7:6. In Micah 7, it says, "Everyone lies in wait to shed blood. They hunt each other with nets. Both hands are skilled in doing evil. The ruler demands gifts. The judge accepts bribes. The powerful dictate what they desire. They all conspire together. The best of them is like a briar, the most upright worse than a thorn hedge. The day God visits you has come, the day your watchmen sound the alarm. Now is the time of your confusion. Do not trust a neighbor. Put no confidence in a friend. Even with the woman who lies in your embrace, guard the words of your lips. For a son dishonors his father. A daughter rises up against her mother. A daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the members of his own household. These verses describe the world we're living in now. And I'm sure they describe how the world has been for a very long time. But the time is now. We don't have time to be introverted. We don't have time to be chill or quiet. We don't have time to avoid social interactions, to feel sweaty or self conscious. Because Jesus is coming back soon, at any minute now. Says when he returns, it will be like a snare, an unexpected event. And your family, your friends, your coworkers, and strangers may be left on the other side. In Matthew 10:7, Jesus instructs us to proclaim that the kingdom of heaven has come near, that Jesus is the way. Matthew 10:27 says, "What I tell you in the dark, speak in the daylight, and what is whispered in your ear, proclaim from the roofs." You might be saying, "How can I do this? I'm introverted. I'm anxious." Well, this is where faith comes in. Matthew 10:19 says, "Do not worry about what to say or how to say it. At that time you will be given what to say, for it will not be you speaking, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you." So you still have free will. It only says the words will be given to you. But you have to have faith to know that and to take those first steps in starting to speak and allowing the Father through the Spirit to speak through you. Here are a few more verses regarding the Spirit speaking through you. I'll leave them up on the screen just for a little bit so you can take a screenshot or write them down. So we have to proclaim that Jesus is the way, and the Spirit will help us do that. Most of chapter 10 is actually a warning, though, about backlash and persecution. Going back to verse 34, where it says, Jesus has not come to bring peace, but a sword. So when you accept Jesus into your life, there will be a division between some friends, family members, co-workers. And the reason is found in John and Psalms. John 15:18 says, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you." Psalm 69:4 says, "Those who hate me without reason outnumber the hairs of my head. Many are my enemies without cause, those who seek to destroy me." So there is no reason. They no longer agree with your beliefs or what you say about Jesus or the new choices you decide to make regarding your life. Matthew 10:22 says, "You will be hated by everyone because of me, but the one who stands firm till the end will be saved. So stand firm in your relationships with your family. Verse 37 says, anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves their son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And we must stand firm in persecution. Verse 38 says, whoever does not take up their cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Try to keep this perspective in mind. Matthew 10:28 says, do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather, be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Isaiah 33:22 says, for the Lord is our judge, the Lord is our lawgiver, the Lord is our king. It is he who will save us. And James 4:12 says, there is only one lawgiver and judge, the one who is able to save and destroy. So if we stand firm through our persecution, unafraid of humans that can, at their worst, only destroy the body, then we'll be saved by God our Father, who we have a healthy respect and fear of. So if you're a Christian that suffers from social anxiety, if you consider yourself an introvert, remember that we don't have time anymore. We have to proclaim, Jesus told us, we have to proclaim that he is the way, and that we should not be afraid. We should have faith that we are given the words to say from our Father, and that we should not be afraid of persecution, because in the end, God will save us.